Hi, my name is Michael Petrak, the host of the Pharmaverse Podcast. As we close out our second season, I wanted to revisit 3 of the best leadership insights from Season 2. The first insight is from Josh Schwartz, the North American Vice President of Medical Affairs at B1 Medicines. Listen as he describes the 5 C's of leadership. What other qualities do you see separating the best leaders from the pack?
Yeah, as you can tell, I think a lot about this and leadership in general, and I could probably go on, but in the interest of time, I'm going to stick with sort of what I think are the 5 C's. So the first is caring. Good leaders genuinely care about the individuals on their team as human beings. The second C is communication. Good leaders can clearly and succinctly communicate the mission, the strategy, the objectives to their team, and the why behind all of those aspects. The third is culture. Good leaders create a culture where everyone is supporting each other, moving the team forward. The 4th C is challenging. So a solid leader continuously challenges the team and themselves to get better and to deliver, not only day to day, but week to week and month to month. And the 5th C is career development. A good leader embraces the fact that career development of their team is, if not one of the most important aspect of their job. And I think if you do all these things really well, you'll be a good leader and the team will be successful.
Wasn't that a useful framework? This next clip is from Jacob Beecraft, the co-founder and CEO of Strand Therapeutics. Listen as he talks about creating culture by hiring people who have a pick-up-the-broom mentality. What does that mean? Let's listen in. One of the things you said about hiring that has also stuck with me since our last conversation, you said when you hire someone, you're looking for a pick-up-the-broom mentality type person. So what does that mean?
Yeah, we something that I started saying really early on in the company was that if you work at Strand, we're hiring you to do some, and you could be, we hire all sorts of experienced biotech executives and scientists, but we need people who have a pick up the broom mentality, right? And so what that means is if the floor is dirty, somebody needs to clean it. Right. And if you're there and you're free and the broom is sitting there, you pick up that broom and you clean the floor because you're not above it. No one's above it. No one's above any job at the company. There's a division of labor and there's division of pieces, and people have the things they're trained on and doing different things efficiently. And we don't hire a VP and ask them to intake the shipments every single day. But at a certain level, there's nothing that is above or below. There is no job that is on a hierarchy of importance, and there is nothing that anyone is above or below, and that goes all the way through the entire organization, all the way up to myself, my co-founder, anyone else, right? It needs to be, if a job needs to get done, and you're able to help do it in that moment, you should have the mindset that you should do it because it will help the company, right? It will help things happen.
I just love that bit of hiring advice. This last clip is from the therapeutic head of oncology and hematology at Genentech, Tony Lin. As leaders, we all face criticism, but Tony reminds us about how to face that criticism with courage. Enjoy this clip.
For those of you that are unfamiliar, this essentially is a powerful passage that actually came from Teddy Roosevelt's speech back in the early 1900s. I think Citizenship in a Republic is what it was called, but it's a passage within there. But essentially what it tells you is that the true credit is due to the person that is willing to take risk, to forge a new path, right? To dare to trailblaze, dare to fail, and dare to lead. And that person deserves the credit and not all the other people that are just standing on the sidelines critiquing or saying how everything could be done differently or done better. And what I love about this passage is 2 particular things. Number 1, the passage specifically calls out failure. It specifically calls out it's the person that comes up short time and time again, right, that deserves the credit because there's no effort without error. The other part I think is really important is the imagery that it creates for me.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Man in the arena, right? Other people can critique you all they want, right? But you know what? You're in the arena. All those other people that are saying things, they're not even on the board. They're not even on the board. So you got to keep fighting. You got to keep pushing. because it's you that will achieve something, other than those people on the sideline that have an absolute guaranteed chance of not achieving anything because all they're doing is just critiquing and saying things. So that's what it means to me.
Dude, you're hitting me in the heart with this. So before you got on the show, Andrew, our producer, and I were talking about the man in the arena and what it means. And he's like, oh, I think that's a Teddy Roosevelt speech. And he was like, LeBron James really loves the man in the arena speech. Yep. And so Andrew actually gave me a little snippet. I'll read it. It says, it's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena.
That's right.
Whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. As all you leaders out there are gearing up for 2026, let's keep these 3 critical lessons in mind. If you're not yet following the Pharmaverse Podcast, you can do so on LinkedIn, YouTube, or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We have an outstanding lineup of guests for Season 3, and you're not going to want to miss a single career-enhancing insight. So subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time in the Pharmaverse.